Good morning, everybody. It's cold. Is it cold where y'all is? It's cold. Let me turn this heater up a little bit. Hold on, fam. There we go. It's freezing. Good morning. Y'all on your way to work, at work, on your way home from work, all of the above. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Rose. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hey, hey, Miss Lady. Good morning, Miss Tanya. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, yes. Y'all, this sleep been crazy. I don't know what's going on with my sleep. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How y'all went last evening? Good morning from well, hello, North Carolina. Good morning, Miss Marilyn, Miss Lisa, Tamika, Fifi, Sandra, Megan, Chrissy, Kat, Teresa, everybody. Good morning, Miss. Good morning, Miss Sylvia. Good morning, everybody, y'all. Good morning, Aisha, Daquata, everybody. My fight, Mystic. Good morning, y'all. I'm not saying no more good mornings. Good morning, India. Look, that's it. Good morning, butterfly. I just lied. It like mommy. Y'all know what it is. Good morning, everybody. SB. All of y'all. I fell asleep last night online, but it was peaceful rest. That makes me excited. I hear y'all doing that a lot. That means my regular life is even on the internet. Didn't I tell y'all people come to my house and they get sleepy? They don't be here 30 minutes and they be like, ooh, I'm just tired. No, that's peace. That's peace. And yeah, so you came all the way over here to go to sleep, huh? Right. Guess I'll get up and do something. Yes. It is. It don't matter where I live, y'all. People's first time to in my house, they always, and me and my kids, it's a running joke. How long it's gonna take the people to fall asleep. If they sit down long enough, you see their eyes dropping. hmm Good morning. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Listen here, I had to get these. Listen, I love locks because I only got to do my hair once a month. This is the best hairstyle I ever had in my life. I went to beauty school too, and I was the only girl, so I had to learn how. I started doing hair when I was like 12. My aunties was braiders, so I was braiding, pressing hair. And I don't want to do it. I like easy hair. Shampoo it once a month, twist it up, and I got a good 4, 5 weeks, at least 3 to 4 weeks. I don't got to do nothing. That's easy living for me. I'm gonna tell you that is easy living. Me too can't braid a lick, but got to the all no girl. See, and you know what? God played with me because my mama had one daughter and she didn't really know how to do hair all that good. But God knew I was gonna have 4 kids with a whole bunch of hair, so He went on and got me together because it used to take me 12 hours to do everybody here on Sunday. We'll wake up at 6 and I'll be doing hair today here. Shoot, longer than that. 12 o'clock at night sometime. How long have I had locks? 5 years. And my hair was severely damaged when I started them, so I had to go through the whole process of rebuilding my hair. But it's been, y'all, not ever, not ever, not ever. Do y'all see me? Not ever. But do y'all see this shrinkage? It's still real, y'all. Do y'all see this? Let me go on now so y'all can get the. Do y'all see it? Do you see this? Not ever in Circus whole entire life, honey. And if I comb it out, if I was to comb this out, it'll be longer than. Oh yeah, I'm staying on this side of the hair tree. Baby, listen, ain't never needed more than 2 black rubber bands, and not the big ones, the little ones. Until I started my life journey, I said, "Well, what? Well, what is it? Is that intro? Wait a minute, hold on. You said what? Huh? Done. That's all you had to say. $72 a year. Listen here. Listen. $72 a year, or less. What? Y'all know how much money I used to spend on sew-ins and weave, and I only had one time. It's a lady, my school teacher, my lady she was my teacher in beauty school. She used to do my hair because I trusted her. She was cold though. It kept me together. But other than that, yeah, since 2008, I ain't played with it. Listen here, honey. Oh, I know. I used to spend thousands of dollars on weave myself. And here we broke off under there and everything. My edges started leaving. I was like, oh no, now this ain't gonna work. I got to find a better solution. What do you do for your edges? Y'all want to know what I did? Three things. Uh, Kaleidoscope drops. If you ever heard of kaleidoscope drops, they work. But kaleidoscope drops mixed with amala oil and keep your scalp clean. Because a lot of times people's edges listen, y'all don't be washing y'all wigs or sanitizing them wigs. And when you sweat, that bacteria goes down into your hair follicle. So that's why the vinegar rinses and stuff are so good, because that acid kills the bacteria that's sitting on the top of your skin. Well, every day you shed skin cells. So if you're sweating and shedding skin cells and you're not taking that wig off, that bacteria has time until whenever you take it off to get down in your hair follicle, and then the hair follicles become infected, and so then the hair stops growing. But when you start to sanitize that area with, like, you could even use sea breeze to do it. Yeah, castor oil works too. But you got to keep your scalp clean, and wearing wigs and a lot of braids. If you're not cleaning your scalp, it don't matter how protective it is. You're not. It's just like your hair is an extension of your skin, and your scalp is definitely an extension of your skin. Circulation is good. You have to drink plenty of water. All of these things affect your hair growth. Stress, what you eat, all of that affects your hair growth, and that's why I think that locks is an amazing thing, because it teaches you. Locks teach you about yourself. You'll see how stubborn you are in areas, how resistant you are, how where you weak at, where you need to get stronger. You can see where you had weak points in your life. There's some places I'm still falling short, and some places I ain't even started to grow in just yet. I think that might be the tree area. We just gonna leave the tree area alone and wait till it's ready. Cause I don't believe in forcing stuff. I done had to put some stuff together. Oh yes. I know what this area is about right here. You ain't even gotta ask. I already know what this is. Ooh, I said it'll be there shortly sometime. But I know what this is right here. And it's been 5 years and it still ain't did nothing. So I guess I ain't made it there just yet. I know I understand all of this here. Listen. Yes. Yes, Kat. Listen. It's gonna come when it's ready. When I get to where I'm supposed to go. But Amala oil, and I haven't been using it. So that's another thing. It has grown since February. It definitely has. And I'm just with the train. I'm just with it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it because I used to pay for hair that was this long, and now it's man's, and so I like it a lot. You just got locks. Listen. If you can make it through the first 5 years of your lock journey, you're gonna learn a lot about yourself. Amala or Amla. It's Amla. I'm sorry, it's Amla. I think it's like AMALAH or something like that. It's Indian oil. It smell like bergamot. It don't smell. It smell like the bergamot grease, and bergamot grease don't smell good to me. So don't think I'm trying to say it never. Amla. Thank you. The Amla oil. It's AMLA. Sorry, I knew it was one of them. If you take half kaleidoscope drops and half that Amla oil, and do your drops where you need to, I promise you, you're going to be like, what the heck? I'm talking about in 2 days. In 2 days. In 2 days. And your edges, you keep your scalp clean and you mix half kaleidoscope drops and half of that almond oil. Baby, your hair going to sprout. And see, I don't even use it like you're supposed to use it like a couple times a week. I only use it every couple months. But even in places where my hair was thin from, wearing sew-ins and all of that, having them braids braided back and then this tension on this side, y'all, it's gone. Yes, you'll have peach fuzz quick. Yep. You can use it for your eyebrows and everything. I don't care. I ain't got none, but Amazon. You can Amazon. It's a green bottle and yeah. Good morning. Good morning. So that being said, let me ask y'all a question. How y'all feeling about this personal conviction? Anybody? Has that changed your view of your relationship with God? Did it help it? Did it make it go bad? What happened with personal conviction, family? Mm-hmm. Yep. Definitely changed my conversation with God. It's teaching me about me. Good job, family. Yours grew a million times. Start having more discernment. Good job. I've learned to humble myself and have patience. Still trying to work it out. That's okay. I feel closer to God than ever before. That makes me excited. Ooh, now that made my hair stand up, girl. Still need to work on you. So do you realize how personal assessment, let's write that down. Personal assessment. Who remembers what seed stands for? Does anybody remember what I told y'all when I was building my business plan? God gave me seed. Who remembers the words from that? Because we got CCCM. I'm a work in progress. It makes me slow down and think about what to say. Good job. So it's making you rich. Hold on. Should I say this? Oh, come on, Megan Morris. Y'all, Megan Morris got baptized. Oh, pumpkin. Congratulations. And another one. And another one. Hey, another one bites the dust. My babies is dying to sin, honey. We ain't biting. We ain't just getting out here and we dying to sin. You hear me? And another one. And another one. Yeah, another one bites the dust. That's a good song in this thing because you want to die out to sin. Look at that. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on now. Congratulations. You just signed up. I ain't going to say it's going to be easy. It's going to be the hardest thing you ever had to do in your life. But if you make it through it, baby, you'll never look back. You will not ever look back. Ooh. And another one. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. And another one. Y'all, I be geeked. I don't know. I'm trying to run my numbers up. Y'all running the bag up. I'm running the souls up. Come on with it. I need some more jewels in my crown up there. Now that I know crowns can be 500 years long, yeah, I'm trying to run mine up. Y'all remember that crown that angel had, the seraphim or whatever? I need my stuff to look like that. I'm trying to run these numbers up. You want to know about Jesus? How about you? Because, see, you might get a crown, but what if it ain't got no jewels in it? When I sit down in the court, if we get that, I want my stuff to be like, blink, 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 like that. You know what I mean? They're going to be like, whose crown is that? We can't see. Yes. Ooh, I'm ready? God, please let me get in here. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Don't y'all want to go? Run them numbers up. And don't force people, but run them up. Uh, you, if they ask to get baptized, then you get them baptized. But you don't make that decision for your children. The Bible says when he called you. Yeah. The Bible says when he called my 3-year-old told me she wanted to get baptized. I didn't have to talk to her about it or nothing. I didn't even think she knew what she was talking about. And she said, "You want me to go to hell in the church, y'all. You'll never embarrass me like this. You'll never embarrass me like this in front of these people. You'll never do that to me." And she did. She said it loud too when they had stopped playing the drums. And I'm like, she said, "You want me to go to hell with the devil? I want to get baptized." I said, we in a sanctified church. She was 3 years old. And my assistant pastor at the time, she said she know what she's talking about. And guess what? That little girl went down in Jesus' name that day. She said, "You want me to go to hell with the devil?" Sure did. In the middle of Sunday church, Sunday service in an apostolic church. You don't do that. Y'all know it was like, first of all, everybody know her voice. Mm-hmm. You don't got to make that decision for them. They gonna make it for themselves. Because God say when they heart reach God, not when you decide. Wow. Okay. So baptizing babies is wrong. It don't say nowhere in the Bible you're supposed to baptize them. God called kids as young as 5 years old. Mary went into the monastery at or whatever whatever you want to call that monastery, whatever, when she was 3. A lot of people like Samuel and different people was taken away from their parents at 3 and taken to learn the Bible from 3 years old to learn service. Yeah, they cut that music butterfly and was looking around, but they knew my daughter. She's always been aware since she was a young kid. She knew stuff. But yeah, I didn't make my kids get baptized. I let God speak to their hearts. Hmm. I haven't seen where the Bible tell you he called them. So yeah. So with that, this personal conviction stuff, how does it make y'all feel when you think about all that has been going on with you? And who remembers that seed? Thank you, Dad, because I forgot. Seed is self-evaluation, empowering development. God gave me that in 2011, 2012. Well, it was 2012. Can y'all write that down for me? And this is in my business plan too. It's actually something that it's already written in the paper. It's been there, so don't be on no funny stuff. But self-evaluation. So seed is self-evaluation, empowering development. I need y'all to write that down, please. Believe don't worry about it. You just deal with it now. In God's time, not our own. Okay? Everything happens at the time it's supposed to. When you realize that, you stop wishing back for the old stuff. Yes, thank you, Jen. Self-evaluation, empowering development. Seed. Say it with me. Self-evaluation, empowering development. Mhm. I need y'all to write that down for today. Those is our words for this week. Added on to what we already had. Y'all got it? Self-evaluation, empowering development. Exactly. God gave me that. And that's when he started working on me. It wasn't them. He said, let's talk about you. So when you evaluate your actions, when you evaluate your thoughts, when you evaluate how your actions affect other people, you develop into a better person. This is that whole cultivating your character. I did. They were very, that's my, not that, yeah. That was my training program. I set up a program a certain way. It was my training program. That was going to be my training. It's like a cross training program through my company, how I had set it up, because a lot of people just hire you for one job. The company I was building, you was going to be trained in pretty much everything. So no matter where we needed somebody, we would always have somebody that could do the job, instead of just training people on one job and trying to replace that one job, which throws your stuff off. Everybody was going to be trained in at least 3 different positions. So that was the program, the self-evaluation, because just because you've done something all your life and you're good at it doesn't mean you like it. So there are people that work in a certain, yes, cross training is everything. It really is. So with that, there are people that got good at a job and they've just done it a long time, but they would be better at something else and they never know, because they were never given the opportunity to try accounting or human resources. So they do their job well, but they're not feeling super satisfied in it. So when you start a company, if you cross train people, then you find people find strengths that they never knew they had. And then that makes them want to stay with your company, because now they're learning something new every time they're here. So, God gave me my business model. It's dope. It really is. Yeah, no, I don't have, no. This was years ago. I don't do it. I got a new company. I'm running this one. I'm running a whole university right now. It just prepared me for this. No, I didn't do it. The watch phones that y'all got on y'all wrist was my company 2 years before Apple and Samsung started doing it. I was selling watch phones separate though, because see, y'all gotta have y'all phone with y'all. The watch phones I was selling, that was the phone back in 2012. Hey, and everybody kept telling me nobody was gonna want to talk on their wrist, but I was walking around with them on my wrist in the grocery store, calling my friends, and people was like, "Are you talking on that watch?" I'm like, "Hold on, girl. Yeah, what's going on? Now, can you ring that up for me?" And everybody kept telling me this is not a thing. And then 2 years later, it was a multi-billion-dollar business. Yes, I was sick. I was sick. I was sick, 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 sick. Mm-hmm. Sick. Oh, yes. Still in them a little bit about it. It's a couple other things. But anyway, that ain't what we're talking about. So, self-evaluation, and power and development. What is the definition for self? Good morning, y'all. What's the definition for self? Yep. I'm waiting on this tape to get here so I can go ship all these packages. Anybody know the definition of self? A person's essential being that distinguishes them from others, especially considered as the object of introspection or reflective action. Ooh, I like reflexive action. Excuse me. Good job. All right. So this is what distinguishes you from every single other person on the planet. Okay? Which is crazy. I'm not doing all that. I don't like people with my business like that. I just do it myself. That way I don't have to worry about it. I know what's gonna be done right. Okay. Okay, so what's the definition for evaluation? What's the definition for evaluation? Told y'all, there go my tape. Hold on. Told y'all the tape here so I can start shipping out the winners. Y'all get y'all stuff. The making of judgment about the amount, number, or value of something. Excuse me. So self-evaluation teaches you to judge yourself and to assess your own value. Not how much you cost. Because cost and value are two different things. Cost and value are two different things. Do you know your worth? Exactly. So when you self-evaluate, you literally are assessing your value, not your cost. See, the young people equate cost and value as the same. They're completely different because how much something costs does not determine its value. Because you can get very valuable things at low cost, or you can have things that have absolutely no value that cost a lot. And it's a lot of that running around out here now. There's a lot of people that cost a lot, but they really don't have no value. They don't add anything to anybody's lives. Their actions don't add anything to anybody's lives. They just cost a lot. You want to know how I know? Get that head, get that bread, and leave. That's it. Do an act, get some money, and go. And you think that your value is whatever that person put in your hand for the most expensive thing you have. If you lose every single thing that you own, your body is the only thing that you have. So when you give it, you're really giving the most expensive thing that you have, because everything external from you can be replaced, bought again, made again, sculpted again, duplicated, but you can't. So when you give somebody your body, you're actually not showing them how valuable you are. You're showing them how cheap you are if that is all that they get in exchange for something that can burn up or be stolen. Your value does not come from external resources. Your value comes from what's on the inside of you. How do you treat people? What are your skills? Or what do you do? Cost and value, two different things. I need y'all to write that down while I go pee. Cost and value are not the same. So you can cost a lot, but you ain't got to be worth. It's a lot of people that cost a lot, but they not worth. They not worth fertilizer. Mm-hmm. You're expensive, but you ain't worth nothing. Your value is gone as soon as he get or she get whatever they want from you, because you got a cost. But when you don't cost, your value go up. You know why? Because it ain't an amount of money. I'm priceless. It ain't no cost. It ain't no price tag. First of all, I can't sell myself because I didn't buy myself. Jesus did that. So when I put myself in a position to sell myself, I'm already working with stuff that's above my great pay grade because God said, Jesus said, I paid it all on the cross. So how's you selling something you didn't pay for? That's like somebody coming in and getting the deeds to your house and you didn't pay for your house and saying, yeah, we're going to show this property. You like, I live here and I still own my house. Yeah, we're going to show it. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm going to need you to get out of the way. We're selling this property. It is a beautiful 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2-car garage. Excuse me. It is going to come fully furnished. And you sitting in your couch like this. Am I on punk? Because they done lost their damn mind. I live here. I pay for this house. And it's not for sale. Oh, yeah, it's for sale. We're going to go ahead and sell it. No, because you didn't pay for it. So you can't sell something you didn't pay for. God paid it all on the cross for you. So how are you selling something that you don't even own? You gonna let somebody just get in your car and take it and say, I'm about to sell it, and you making a note on it? Or you the one that paid 5 years on it? Okay. Exactly. So when you give yourself over to sin, y'all, do you realize that's what you're doing? Because God already bought you with a price. Jesus paid for you with a price. If you've been down in Jesus' name, whatever, you was paid for. So it's like selling stolen property. When you give yourself back to the devil and you take a dollar for you, it's like you selling hot stuff. Because it ain't yours to sell. You stole that. I'm going to go to the restroom. So we got self-evaluation. Now I need y'all to look up the definition of empowering and tell me what that is. What's the definition of empowering? So we got self-evaluation. Now, what does that empower us to do? So definition. What's the definition of empowering? We got self-evaluation. Now we need to figure out what it means to be empowered or what that definition is. right. Sorry about that. I know I be drinking 1,000 drinks all day. Authority and power given to someone to do something. Ooh. Mm-mm. So you give yourself authority and power when you self-evaluate. Then don't nobody gotta check you. When you evaluate your actions, your thoughts, and your decisions, nobody don't gotta check you. Congratulations. You get that? When you're constantly self-evaluating, this is why journaling is so important, family. Because you got to be able to go back 3 months, because every season something is coming. That life does change with the seasons. So what you need to start seeing is, what are your patterns? What happens every time right before you fall? What do you be going through? This is why you have to journal every day, so that you can start to see your patterns. Journaling is self-evaluation. Because when you go back a year ago, if you read a journal and it still makes you feel that same amount of anger, resentment, bitterness, or whatever, you're not growing. You are not growing. If you go back 2 years in your journals, as y'all start to journal more and journal every day, at the end of the year, whatever that situation made you feel, you shouldn't feel it at the beginning of the year. You shouldn't feel that at the end. If you've been journaling, you won't. Because by and by, you will understand more and more why these situations are happening to you. But if you don't self-evaluate, it's always going to be somebody else. And you're going to live in a woe is me attitude about everything when it comes to certain stuff. This is why journaling is for you. Because I love going back in my journals and seeing that I am not mentally at the same place I was 7 years ago. That's why that whole trying to be young stuff, I don't want to be young. I don't even want to think like I did when I was young. Because I made a lot of bad decisions when I was young. So why am I still trying to be in a place where I didn't have understanding? I'm not trying to be young. I want to be a grandmother. I want to grow in maturity so that I can teach my children and my grandchildren coming after me. This whole trying to be young, trying to look like your daughters. I don't want to look like my daughters. I don't want to be at that stage. I feel bad for them and I try to guide them. But if you doing the same stuff your kids is doing, how can you help them? If you won't grow and just because you look young, you still acting young, Lord, all them generations is messed up. Gentlemen as well, you should not be doing the same things that your sons is doing. If they was doing it at 20, you should be walking them through. Bro, listen, brother, it's too many things out here, son. Get you a good woman, settle down, and start building because this is going to cost you a lot of money that you're going to waste. Tricking on hoes, going to the club. All that money could have been buying properties. Y'all could have started y'all business. Why are men not telling their sons that? Because the money he tricking on all these hotels and sneaking and creeping, he could be building an empire with one woman. So he don't got to worry about all his cards falling because he ain't got them scattered everywhere. They all in one deck. Mothers, we raising our daughters to be cute, but what are they valued at? They got bundles 40 inches, but they don't know how to make bread. And they know how to go get $200 nails, but they can't go in a grocery store and shop for a month with $200. Half of them don't even know what a real onion look like. And if they don't call you first or Google it, they don't know how to do nothing. But they cute though. The son or daughter that you are offering to the world, what are you giving? Are you giving a kid that's going to steal from them, exploit every situation, manipulate because that's how you did your kid? So then somebody else got to deal with your headache because you would not stand up and mature and do the things that you're supposed to do. It's a shame that these babies know how to do all of this stuff, but basic needs, laundry, order food at the store. Like it's a lot of stuff. These kids don't know how to fill out an application. They don't know how to look for an apartment. They don't know anything about checking accounts and balancing money and saving. None of that stuff is spend and look like you got to pull all your money out and stack it on the camera. Wow, see? Miss Angel said my mom had 3 daughters and didn't teach us how to cook or clean. We had to learn on our own. And I'm not, this isn't anything against your mom, but it's a lot of moms too busy trying to be cute and be in the streets and still be young. And their children are going to suffer because of that. This is how young people get in situations with an older person that can manipulate them because you are not giving them the life skills that they need to not have to depend on body. Exactly. Separating clothes, all of that. But they got hair and crop tops and little bags and can't even spell their name, can't read, don't know letters, but they know all the and whatever else is going on, they know how to do that. But ask them their name. 7, 4, 3. What's your name, baby? What's your mama name, mama? What's your address? L49. They know how to crack crab legs, but can't write their name. Can't spell their name. Don't know ABCs or nothing. But can tell me all they mama business. And my mommy got 3 boyfriends, and her is sick of them. And her about to get her new boyfriend because he got a Hellcat. And her be dancing like Meg the Stallion because her is about to get a bag because her is about to take us on a vacation. Like on this, like we about to go here. Little babies driving Cadillacs and they don't even know what a quarter is. You done bought them a toy Bentley, a fake Rolex, and all of this Gucci, and they don't even know the difference between a nickel, a dime, a quarter, and a penny. And how much the value is. My baby was 4 years old, and even though she couldn't really compute 25 cents or whatever, when we was running our candy store, she know this one is, she say, you need 2 of these monies. No, that candy bar, if she knew it was 5 dimes or however many nickels, she didn't know the value, but I had taught her how many need to be there. When they come to that door, she said, no, you need these monies right here. 2 of these monies. She didn't know, but she knew, I know the value. All that change you done brought me. Let me go get my mama. Hold on, let me go get the manager because this ain't, I got to make sure I'm counting this money right. She knew the candy at the bottom was a penny. And if they come with the one a little bit bigger than that, they get 5. So she's, no, you need this monies. This is no. She didn't know, but she knew. And then she learned quarter, nickel, dime, but she already knew this candy bar costs 50 cents and you could get a candy bar and a soda for $1. Now, a dollar can be 4 quarters, 10 dimes. Oh, and after that, she 4. So I'll come get her and I'm right there. But Yeah, come on with that. Yes. You gotta start teaching them young. Yes. Kids is sponges. Whatever you put into them, they gonna if you start playing physics videos. They got kids physics videos. If you start playing physics videos, science videos, history videos, and that's what you play when they young, these are things that they're just in there. They're in their subconscious. So it will become interest areas of interest for them. But if you don't put it in front of them, why would they go looking for it? Oh, I definitely will pray. Check the medicines that they're giving her. Y'all need to go through and tell her parents that they need a list of all of the medications because they be given medications that they know run drug interactions. They do that. Sometimes they're doing that on purpose. Y'all need to get a list of every medication that baby is on and run them and see if there's any drug interaction. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it could be something that they're giving her that they ain't even paid no attention to because they be so overwhelmed that it's causing that baby to be sick. Y'all get a list of her medications and start doing y'all research. I told y'all my daughter went to the dentist. She had got an infection in her teeth, right? She went to the dentist and they sent my baby home with like 80 pills of methamphetamine or whatever, talking about it was a steroid. It was meth. The first word on there was METH and it was big. And then the letters got little. And I told her, you will not be, Mom, I said you're not taking none of it. The first day she had to take 8, then it was 7 for 30. Oh, hell no. They said, oh, it's a steroid because they pulled all her wisdom teeth out or whatever. She won't be doing none of that. And I threw that garbage right in the trash. Because I looked at the side effects and guess what the side effects was? Paranoia, hallucinations, all the stuff that if you own meth, that's the symptoms of being on meth. That's why I told y'all you need to read every prescription that they give you. You said fact, same as in your inhaler. Yeah. Most ADHD medicine is meth. That's why a lot of people that had ADHD issues, a lot of people that have had ADHD issues end up on meth because they've been getting meth since they was like 2 years old. Or a speed type drug, they've been giving it to them since they put them on it for their behavior. That's how they start codependency and addiction. Yep. Yep. So they've been having meth in their system since they was 5. And then somebody offered them meth and it gives them that same feeling that they know. They've been addicted to meth. Right, Kat? Then they try to self-medicate. Yep. I told y'all they tried to tell me one of my babies was she had ADHD. I said, nah, y'all just not challenging her. And that was it. They wasn't because the schools get money for putting your kids. They get money for putting your kids on medicine. Did y'all know that? The schools get kickbacks for putting your kids on medicine. They have to put a certain amount of kids in that district to get money and get grants and stuff. Yeah. So they got to pick somebody. Yep. They get money for putting kids on medicine. So it's a business to them to dope your baby up. Hey, and now they can give children your meds without consent. Boy, I wish they would. They wouldn't do it to circus children. Mm-mm. Get somebody else to do that. Ain't no way in hell you gonna give my baby some medicine, but you telling me I can't whoop them. Oh no, we're not gonna do that. I can't whoop them, but you can give them meds. They got medicine? No, heck no. Mm-mm. That's not flying on this side. Mm-mm. You better not. Because if I can't whoop them, you dang sure can't shove nothing down their throat. That's gonna alter their mood. Where they do that at? And so don't. And if they don't attend, they lose money. They sure do. They got mad when we pulled our oldest out of school because she had cerebral palsy. Yeah. They don't be challenging these kids. Our babies are in jail at school. That's why I tell y'all I'm so grateful for the elementary school that I went to. They need to have more schools like that. It was a free thinking school. Like I said, we didn't have to call our teachers by their Mr. or Mrs. We called them by their first names. If we felt overwhelmed, we was able to go out, go to the library, go in the, yeah, we didn't have to do all that. We could go out on the thing and do our homework outside, get out of the classroom. They will open the windows. These babies can't even talk in the hallway. They can't talk at lunch. That's prison. For the first 10 minutes of lunch, you can't talk. You just got to eat. That's like prison. That's exactly what they do in prison. You can't talk in the hallways. You got to keep your hands to yourself. People going this way is all the way against the wall. People going that. We used to be able to talk in the line, get our food, talk the whole time. Your kids don't get to do that. They get walked down and treated exactly like prisoners. I don't care what school they go to. They send them up for prison. School is supposed to be a fun learning experience where I learn social interaction. And they isolate your children even in social settings. And y'all wonder why these babies be losing it. That's why I say I'm happy my kids done graduated. I am, because it started getting so crazy. Yep. If you go watch prison shows and then go to your kids' school and spend a day there and watch how they do, it will blow you. I did it. Come on now, Miss Cherry. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Listen, if you go to your child's school one day and just spend a day there, let them know you just want to go through their day with them, but be paying attention to the other kids and how the classes are run. I'm telling you, I used to go to my kids' school. I said, this is prison. Because I watch prison shows all day long. I said, oh my God. School and prisons are structured the same. Yep. They're cold. They are like the floors, everything. No, I'm serious. The schools that I went to, we had carpet in the hallway. It was carpet in our rooms. We could lay on the floor. You can't do that at school right now. And that's been for years. Schools are not warm anymore. When you walk into a school, it feels like you're walking into a prison. It's a hostile environment. You're locked in. You can't just leave whenever you want to. Or a hospital. Exactly. Yep. All right. So let's get this last word out. Did y'all write down y'all self-evaluation empowering? We got that. What's the definition for development? Hmm? What's the definition for development? Because y'all got to get on these boxes so I can get this stuff out. Mine too, Shanae. I remember when I moved to Arizona. I was going to I had went to high school in the Midwest, and then I finished my freshman year in Arizona. In the high school I went to, I thought my mama was taking me to a detention center. It was the high school. And it had barbed wire around it. We had armed guards that rode around on that thing because we used to have cup race riots, like Spanish against the blacks, blacks against the whites, whites against the Spanish. So we used to be like real brawls. People used to be bringing knives and stuff. So yeah, it was like jail. It was cool, but it was like jail. The process of starting to experience or suffer from an ailment or feeling, the process of being the process of developing or being developed. Ew. Oh, oh, it's a process that creates growth and a positive change. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Mm. So when I look at myself and I look at how I am structured, and then I evaluate that and see how my actions and my thoughts affect others and myself, I can then empower myself to a positive change. So the more I look at me and not other people's actions, but my actions, my thoughts, and how I affect people, my life gets better. Now y'all see why Circus says she don't got time to be worried about what you do in your bedroom or what you doing because I'm just trying to work on me. I'm going to help you get there. But I don't need nobody that, like I used to tell y'all, didn't nobody have to tell my kids nothing because I kept my kids in line. So there's no reason. If you're talking crazy, like trying to discipline my kids, you really doing too much because they don't. And it wasn't no, don't nobody say nothing. No, I bust their tails and stayed on them and trained them so nobody don't have to say nothing to them. This I know. They work like oiled machines, whether I'm there or not. They gonna do it because they're worried about me. But if you have not done your due diligence in laying the right foundation in with your children or your marriage, you can't expect it to be peachy king and you laid a shaky foundation. Okay. So with that, top of the day. With that, okay, you need to understand that self-evaluation does empower amazing development in you. You learn all sorts of things that you didn't know you liked. You stop putting your value in things that actually have a price. So you won't be valued by how big your house is or what your car looks like or how your body looks. People will want this or your skills. So your value goes up because it's not what you put on or drive or live in that is your value, because all those things can be taken away. It's who you are when you have absolutely nothing. When nobody sees you, how is your conduct? Yeah. And it's not saying you're going to be perfect. You're not. I fall all the time in so many different areas, and that's why I use my hair as a parable to y'all. There's places where I'm strong. There's places where I'm weak. There's places where it's growing, but it's just real light right there. And every time I try to do something with it, it ain't ready for that. This is an example of my life. And walking with God is not, I'm perfect, I'm better than you, I don't do that no more. No, it's, I used to be you, but I can tell you a way to get out of that. I used to be in the same situation. I used to do the same stuff, but God has a different way. It's not, oh, I'm not them anymore. It is, I used to be that, but God changed my life and I'm trying to put you on. Do you want some or not? Get you some. because I see that you're struggling with the same mental issues, financial issues, relationship issues that I was. And if I didn't like it when I went through it, there's no way that I can sit there and be okay knowing I have the answers for you and I don't give them. It ain't my problem. Okay. Well, then why did God let you out of slavery? So you don't want to be a Harriet Tubman? Because she had to go through things in order to be able to sneak back in and tell people how to get free. But you want everybody to follow you. What is they following you to? Tragedy? Drama? Feeling worse than they self because now they didn't listen to you and went and got that head, that bread and left. And now they feel even worse than they did before. Got 25 women because he don't have a good relationship with his mama. So he's looking for his mama and all these other people. And you get right in front of him and do the same damn thing. And make him feel even less loved and appreciated and whatever else, instead of trying to say, did you know that the reason that you sleep with all these women is because you don't have a good relationship with your mama? And the love that you're looking for from her, you go find it in other women. But if you start to learn yourself and understand your mother, you won't give yourself away to all of those women because you'll start to see your value. Your value is not in how many deep pools you can jump into as a man. Your value is, what do you add to the people around you? How do the women in your life speak about you? How do your children? That is your value. Not how many cars you got and how many rims and how many diamonds in your teeth. It's how many people feel like they can't live without seeing you. Because you add that much value to their life. And I'm not talking about financial. Can they depend on you? If you say you're going to do something, do you stand on your word or do you flake out? It's a lot of men that only womanize because they did not have a woman to teach them their value, so they don't think women are valuable. Most men that value their mama and their grandmama, they not real big cheaters. But if they didn't have a good relationship with their mama, oh, it just ain't nothing. And he about to run through them, especially if he seen his mama living loose, and he really don't respect women. See, this is why I keep telling y'all young ladies, how you conduct yourself in front of your sons is going to determine the type of women that he dates when he get older. So if you act like a whore and you go around with your nipples out and clapping your cheeks in front of every car that drive by, that's the type of women your son is going to find. Because we do look for people that remind us of our parents, whatever our parents gave us. So if our parents gave us mental abuse, then we get with people that mentally abuse us. If our parents were physically abusive and it wasn't discipline, it was just abuse, then we go get into relationships where people call us out our name and put their hands upside our head and we fighting. You have to heal yourself and see why you do the stuff that you do. Because you causing hurt or help. It ain't both. It's only one or the other. Either when you come into a person's situation, you making a situation worse, or you making it better. There is no in between. Or you causing them to stay stagnant, and that's even worse. Because then they just never grow. So they just right there at the same place the whole time they with you. That's why I got rid of that dude. You got to go, buddy. Because I feel like I'm suffocating. I can't move. I'm in solitary for real. I can't do none of the stuff I want to do. Oh. Because you don't want to grow. I gotta go get somebody else to do it. And you won't never be happy until you heal that inner child. My mama might not have loved me, but I'm not going to abuse women because my mother didn't love me. I'm not going to abuse men and hurt men because I really wanted a man to protect me. And so now, because I didn't have no daddy, I'm about to crush every man. So, like, I know the whole mental game. But when you go and address the fact that the reason that you are the way that you are is because you was hurt as a child, or you felt rejected, or abandoned, or you didn't get, if you say I was emotionally starved, or, whatever, then you go ahead and deal with your issues and God can send you somebody. But as long as you want to keep living in what you didn't get and you're going to make other people feel that, you will never get whatever it is that you're looking for, because you're still using your experience as a red ticket or a green ticket to hurt other people with your pain. And why would God send you somebody if you're gonna destroy them? He loves his people too. He ain't about to keep sending people for you to hurt them and be nasty and abuse them and use them. You'll be by yourself. And if you ain't, the value of the people that you're around, you still gonna feel empty. Once you learn your value, you don't give it out like that. And that's your time, your energy. You don't got to be your body. That's everything that come along with you. So deal with your issues. If you did not have a good thing, write out everything that you felt about your parents so you can get over that hump and move on and grow. What did you feel? Did you feel rejected? Do you feel like you got differential treatment or whatever it is? Write all that stuff out so you don't have to keep talking about it, because it was 30 years ago. It was 40 years ago. Like, I use my instances to tell y'all what God allowed me to overcome. The craziness I went through, I don't use that as pain. I use it as a stepping stone, a tool to free other people from those same prisons, just like Harriet Tubman did. Because if she would have sat there crying about master beating her and the people, she would have never got people free. She used that as a driving force to change something. To change not only her life, because she could have got free and not worried about nobody on that NAM plantation. But this woman risked her life to go on several because she didn't want nobody else to feel the pain that she felt. Getting hit and beat and starved and raped and all of these things. She didn't want the babies coming up after her to feel that. So she said, no, I got to do something now, because if I don't move, this ain't going to stop. So she had to assess Master. She had to watch Master. She had to watch Master's appointed people. She even her own husband was gonna turn her in. She had to watch this nigga. All the odds were against her, but she said, I don't care. If I don't move, this never is gonna change. So she had to muster up enough in herself, evaluate the plantations, see how everybody moved, know what time. She was constantly strategizing, paying attention to the stars, the weather. Harriet Tubman. She would have never freed those people. She had to figure out how to get free first, and then she had to go back into dangerous situations to free the others that were trapped there. What are you going to do? Okay, so all of that stuff happened to you, your baby daddy, your cousin, your baby mama, all of that. But what you going to do with it? You going to keep using it as a sword to infect other people? Or are you going to let them, God put some penicillin or whatever down in there, get it healed and get the air on it so that it can start to heal so you can move on? What are you going to do? My mama did this, so you're going to cause more hurt. You remember how you felt when she did it to you. So make up in your mind what you want for yourself and the generations coming after you. And then you have to, you don't got to figure out the plan because God already got a plan, but you got to allow him to show you what his plan is for the people around you. How do you help? You just change yourself. When you start to change, if people ain't going to change, they'll get away from you. You ain't going to have to push them out. They're not going to want to be around you, because if they want to stay the same, they're not going to be able to be around you if you're changing, because y'all relationship ain't the same no more. Y'all don't give each other what you gave each other before. So when you change, you ain't going to have to push nobody out. They're going to leave. They will find themselves right on away from you. Now, if you change for real, fake folks can't stay around you. If they was around you when you wasn't real or you wasn't where, no, they can't stay. They gotta go. They'll start to fall off because you're not talking about what they want to hear. You're not doing the same things anymore. So then you don't have a place in their life. So if you've been here, like in the Circle WOU community, and it feel like people is falling off their ears because you're really changing. Your conversation has changed. Your actions have changed. You don't respond to gossip the same when they call you. You probably be silent on the phone, whereas back in the day, you used to be like, girl, give me the tea. Yeah, what's going on? Now you like, man, all right, I'm about to go. I'm busy. What you doing? I'm just looking up some stuff real quick. Because that starts to be meaningless talk when you know you can get online and let Alexa and them show you a whole bunch of stuff or get online and learn. You be like, this is stupid. You be on the phone like that. Okay. Well, okay. I remember you told me that already. We talked about that the last time I talked to you. You remember? Yep, you said the exact same thing last time. Yep. Yep, I remember. Yep. Okay. So look, what you gonna do about it? You want a page? Let me get my. Oh no, you don't want a page? You don't want a devotional number? Give me a number between 1 and 365. Or 1 and oh, you don't want to hear, you don't really want to hear that right now. Well, yeah, I don't want to hear this because you don't want a solution. And so I could be reading something. So I'm gonna let you go. That's rude. What's rude is you thought I was gonna sit here and listen to the same story you done told me 10 times and you still don't want a solution for it. So then you don't mind wasting my time, and I don't have that for you anymore. So with that, do you want a page or not? You don't? Okay, well, all right, I'll holler at you. I said I'm about to read. I got something to do. It don't matter. I'm just not about to sit here on the phone and listen to you tell me the story you done told me 1,000 times, and I'm trying to give you a solution. No, what do you want? All right, I gotta go. And I'll hang up, y'all. Y'all don't know. You're not about to waste my time. We done talked about this 18 times, and you don't want to do nothing about it. I got stuff to do. Because you're going to tell me the same story every time. And get this, you can change jobs, neighborhoods, churches, but it's in you. So you will recreate that wherever you go. I don't care if you move across country, you'll move to a church, you'll move to a job, and the same thing that was at your last job, because it's not the job, it's you. This is why self-evaluation is important. If the same thing keeps happening, you got to evaluate you, because all these people come from different social and economic situations. But how do your common denominator keep being the same thing? The bottom line, and no matter what relationship, church, whatever. So that means, like my mama told me a long time ago when I hurt my feelings, circa. You still don't see? You're the common denominator in all the situations, baby. And looked at me like that. And didn't bat her eyes. She said, baby, you can tell me all this, but you're the common denominator in all of it. So what part are you playing in it? I said, ooh, throat chop, gotta go. Talk to you later, woman. This one, I don't come over here. This is exactly why I don't come over here, because you always got something smart to say. Straight, no chaser. This phone call you or nothing. Yep, if you can't grow with me, you can't go with me. That's a real thing. Am I not able to be on the phone while you are talking to someone else in the background? What happened? Yeah. Evaluate yourself first. Quit talking about who hurt you and what they did and start to evaluate you. I always slap in my head. Okay. For this next week, and if you noticed, have y'all realized that everything that we have been talking about has not been talking about other people? It starts with them, right? So have y'all noticed every single thing we've been talking about in this last week has been about you? It's been about you. Because it's easy to focus on everybody else, but what about you? How is your character? How is your conduct? How is your consideration? How are your morals? How is your integrity? Do you exploit situations? Have you self evaluated so you can empower yourself to develop a new life or a different situation? Hopefully, y'all taking a lot of this into consideration, y'all, about you, how you talk to people, how you answer when somebody calls you, what? Or yes? Do you say what? Huh? Or how can I help you? Or yes. When my kids call me and I call them, we all say yes. We don't say what. Yes. That's a different response from what? Or huh? So when I call my kids, they say yes, mom, or yes. When they call me, it's yes, girls. First of all, that's getting my babies in the habit of always hearing yes, but on a good note. So they feel probably more comfortable to come talk to me about something if that's the response than what or huh. What? I don't want to come talk. Never mind, mom. Your response. Action, reaction, and reward. Action, reaction, and discipline, y'all. Right. So be mindful of how you respond. Because sometimes some of the attitude that you get, even at, like, you know what I notice? Even though I don't eat out, I be with people that eat out. And you know what I noticed about people that eat out a lot? Y'all don't have no manners. Do y'all know how many people I have to tell to say please and thank you when they ordering their food at McDonald's? I'm like, you ain't even gonna, this their job. So you gotta be rude and nasty? May I please have? Can I please have? Let me get a and no, cause she better do it. I slap your hamburger down on the ground. Like my nephew was slapping them bird, slapping them chicken nuggets, and the nephew, yeah. Don't you ever throw my food down like that. I still ain't forgot about that, boy. He slammed them nuggets down in there. I said, oh no, yeah, he was going crazy. Mm-hmm. Don't you ever put my food down like that, nephew. We will not be okay. I used to be a server. I know how people. Yes. Listen, he probably in class, nephew. Is the kids out of school? Ooh, is y'all kids out of school for the holiday already? Poor people. Not till Friday. Some of them is, some of them ain't. Okay. It's 3 long weeks, honey. You ain't got to tell me. My son is 26 and my youngest is 20. I just got out of it, but I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Hallelujah. Can we let the church say amen? The circus, thank you, Lord. I do not know. You be like 17, 14, 12, 10. 9, 6. My grandsons are stationed here at my house now. I already know how it go. I'm about to hit them with the seed and see what happened. See do they work. Ooh, okay. All right, Naisha. Friday for 2 kids, 1 kid out. Come on, Christmas and go. I'm gonna be praying for y'all. May the force be with you. May the force of the Lord be with you, because y'all about to have to. Mm-mm. Yeah, they do. Because people, they don't understand. Me too, Miss Sandra. I do that, and they do. They do. Because they don't get that. People are entitled now. That's why I can't go outside, mama. Because people are too entitled. You think you entitled to my business, entitled to know, entitled. You entitled to a whole bunch of get hit in your eye. That's what you entitled to. Get the hell out of my business. Shoot. Folks is entitled to they do a lot of stuff now that would have got you shot down. You don't be walking up on no stranger talking crazy to them. You don't know a person's PTSD level. You don't know if a person has been stalked before, abused. You don't know, folks. It's crazy. Y'all be real bold and strong, honey. I don't want no parts of it. So y'all gotta go. I gotta get packing this stuff up. So I'm probably gonna eat and take a nap and do it here in a minute. Cause I'm sleepy. I'm about to see. And then I get off here and then I don't be tired. And then I don't know. It's gotta be this menopause stuff because stuff is weird. But I love y'all. Definitely do y'all see this week. Self-evaluation, empowering development. Yeah, we'll get on later. Lord's willing. Ooh. But definitely. So add this to your CCCCM and all of that. Just make your little list. We got C, we got our 4 C's and our M, we got exploitation and integrity. So we done went through a lot of words this week, but if you studying on them words, and then look up scriptures, y'all, about those words. Look at scriptures and stuff in the OTP about integrity. And that's why I told y'all go read the Brothers of Joseph, because a lot of this self-evaluation stuff is in those 12 patriarchs, the Brothers of Joseph. A lot of self-evaluation is in the apocalypses and like of Elijah. They telling you about their life and how they lived and how the things that they did and the way that they thought affected them, and not only them, but their lineage as well. Wow. Warrior Nuns aligns with our studies. Okay. Warrior Nuns. I'm going to have to check it out. We have buses. We are knock up. We some hair buses. No. But yeah. So hopefully this week you are still evaluating yourself. I'm not looking at my husband. I'm not looking at nobody. God, how do I act? God, how do I treat people? How do I think? How do my actions affect other people? We ain't got time to be worried about nobody else in that. If you always focusing on yourself and just trying to make you not ball out and get a bag, but actually be a better person as a person. Then you don't got to deal with a lot of attitude because you ain't got no time. I got to be worried about why I'm not making it. Okay. Yes, I absolutely love this assignment. Well, that makes me excited. Hopefully, y'all feeling a little bit more empowered to change. Hopefully, you're being careful about the words that you speak over your own life. Like always, try to take always out unless it's stuff like God always comes through. But if you say this always happens, it's always something, I'm never gonna, then you're speaking more of what you've already had. I don't talk about stuff I don't want. I only talk about what I like and what I want to see. I don't want to talk about nothing that don't make me feel good, because then that just brings more of it, and negative energy seems to magnify quicker than the positive. So with that, no, I'm not putting no energy into none of that stuff. Exploitation and integrity. Not exploration, exploit. Like you know how they are exploiting the children, or you can exploit your job. Exploitation. Exploit. Exploit and integrity were two words that we added yesterday. So do you exploit situations or do you have integrity and do what you're supposed to do? That says a lot. If you can take extra, do you? You know, I'm grabbing. I ain't worried about nobody else. I'm just trying to get this off of me. So, do you exploit situations and look up the definitions for integrity and integrity and exploitation? And now you got self. You need the definition for self. You need the definition for evaluation, empowerment, and development. And then you have character, cultivation, consideration, conduct, and morals. So those are a lot of words, but they say a lot. If you do, take your words, if y'all can, and do a brainstorm chart. Y'all remember brainstorm charts from when we was in school? Take these words and do a brainstorm chart on your Apple computer, wherever you can just keep making the page bigger. Go get you a little 50-cent poster board from Dollar Tree. And you write all these words in different areas and start drawing lines off and drawing situations so that you can see where these apply in your life. Do a brainstorm chart, even if you just got a little notebook. Start it small so you can grow, draw out, and then write bubbles. Okay, where's the time I exploited? Write that down. Where's the time that I did exhibit integrity? Write that down. Where's times where I don't exhibit integrity, good conduct, morals? Why? What am I cultivating in my life? Am I cultivating my children, my marriage, my business, my relationship with God? Like you have to write this stuff out so you can see it. It's always, oh, but write it out and see if that's true. Are you um are you trustworthy? Because that goes under character. So when you go and you study character, write down all the things that can go, put all the words that can flow under character, put all the words that can flow under conduct, integrity, all of the words that we've used, development. Well, how many places can development be used? How many places can evaluation be used? And empowerment. And then self. Are you selfish? Are you selfless? Put all of that in a thing. And when I tell you, you will see your life differently. And I'm not telling y'all nothing I haven't done. It's all in my notes. These are all exercises. The ARR and ARD. These is all things God gave me when he was teaching me about who he made me, my purpose in life, all of this. This is and it's not something you just get done. It's constantly evolving. Because once you learn how to evaluate you'll be like, wait a minute, I'm tripping. Let me step back and see what all I done added new. Because something ain't adding up because something drastically changed. So I need to, but if you just living blindly, just walking, just going and just doing, you can't put together a strategy. You're going to end up at the same place every single time because you're not learning. Take the time to learn yourself for real, not who the world says you is, not your husband, not your wife, not your mama, not the people at school. Who does God say you are? And the only way to do that is to sit down and list these things and start finding things that have to do with character and like all these words that we have. When actions comes, how do you react? Write that down. If somebody say something smart, what do I do? And literally write down what you do, how you think, what you think about. Because to see it on paper is different. When it's all up in here and can't nobody see it, you can try to kind of, but when you write out what you do when situations come, if you feel rejected, how do you act? If you feel disappointed, what are your mannerisms? What do you do? This is how you assess yourself. Because it's always easy to talk about people's reactions to the way you are. But what if you is offensive? What if you is rude and nasty? What if you gives off cold shoulders? What if you gives off untrustworthy vibes? Then those are only reactions to your actions or you being in that space. Wow. All of these words go together, family. And it's time that we at the end of the year, instead of setting all these fake, whatever you call them, New Year's resolutions, just start simple. Start to write out how you live. And when you go back and read how you living, you will see if it's foul or not. You will start and then say, okay, so if someone reacted to me like this, then what would, because this is how I react. But if somebody did, because it's always two sides, how you going to react when it's not you and how you react when it is you. So you have to be honest about both sides. When you are in the controlling situation, how do you act? And when you're in the situation where you're not in control, how do you act? Self-evaluation. And when you write it and you can go back and read it, you be like, "Ooh, I forgot I act that ugly. I forgot I did that." Take some time out for the last days of this year to evaluate you so you can really try to start next year anew with a renewed mind and an informed mind about the things that you are doing that makes your life miserable or how you are walking against God's statutes and that's why your life been the way that it is. Your life will get better and simpler. And that weight that you've been carrying around, it'll start to lift off. So I'm about to go because I'm hungry. And I got to start packing up these prizes and stuff. So I don't even know if I am because today's supposed to be my day off. So I don't know if I'm coming back on. It depends on how this day go. Okay, y'all. It really do depend. See, I got a weak spot right here. This hair about to break. And I'm about to put it right back. I'm going to get my crochet needle. Y'all see it? It's a weak spot right there. And this is about 2 years after I had my Lux, which is when I start going through my transition of I'm not about to be in this situation no more. So look at that. It's strong, 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 and then real weak right there. Yes. I love y'all. Thank you, Pumpkin. Yeah. So hopefully this helps. It's not always preaching and all of that, y'all. You gotta have the duality. That's why we talk about duality, right? Because you can hear all the scripture and all of that, but if you don't understand how that applies to your life and breaks down, it's pointless. So we're gonna work on our spiritual, but we also gonna work on our natural always because the two go together. You can't have one without the other. So then we have to. I'm going to. I'm gonna get me some stuff. Okay. I love y'all. And hopefully y'all do y'all brainstorm chart. Get those words down. ARR, ARD, all of our little sayings. Get them down on a piece of paper and start to figure out how they apply to your life. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Yep, I love y'all. If I get all this stuff done I'll get on later. If not, it might be my day off. I don't know. We're gonna see how we're gonna play it by ear, okay? Love y'all. Thank you, Day. I will.